Okay, today is, let's see, day 63 and day 64, which actually today is my last day of my class. So this is the 10th class, the Peace and Prosperity class, which is really cool. I had an interesting discussion with a friend yesterday, but let's talk about, first of all, judging ourselves. So I think it's really pretty interesting. You know, I was talking on my video where I was crying about my heart chakra and I'm trying to open it up. And what I've realized is that it's okay to open it up for some people and close it down for other people. And really, when I was really upset about the fact that I wanted to open it up and it hurt, I mean, it's a process and I have to go through it because we need to go through it in order to come to the other side. But I was judging myself a lot, which is really fascinating. Where does judgment come from? So I think for me, I grew up a Christian woman, and a lot of times we think, okay, we need to be Christ-like all the time. You know, you hear that all the time. Be Christ-like, live your life that way. But sometimes it's just really okay to be pissed off or angry or hurt or negative. It's okay to actually be that way. And the minute that we can actually acknowledge and say, I am negative, I am angry, we immediately find that trigger, and we start the process of healing. Now, it may take a while, but when we acknowledge it, that's huge. That acknowledgement makes us stop and look at what's happening and catch our reaction and be able to process through it. So judgment is huge. And I think a lot of times we're taught to kind of always have a positive attitude. I tend to do that to my kids sometimes. Sometimes when my daughter gets mad, I'm like, hey, you need to adjust your attitude right now. And how do I expect her to do that? I can't do that sometimes. Sometimes I literally will say to my girls, mommy needs a timeout. And so I have to go away and actually take a timeout. So I think it's fascinating to actually think about that we need to allow ourselves that time to vent, to process, to be angry, to be sad, to cry. Speaking of which, I had bad dreams all last night about my ex-husband and some of the anger that I'm feeling. And I woke up crying, just crying. And I thought, just allow yourself to cry. So I did. I cried. Felt better. Went to the gym. Had a good workout. So anyway, it's been an amazing process over the last 10 weeks of this class and doing my meditation and learning and really seeing the opportunities that Spirit and God and the universe has provided. One of the things that I've actually done is just been a little more open to guidance from God, instead of trying to control God, and guidance from and listening and really enjoying my time with people and being calm. And I've noticed I feel so much more peaceful. That doesn't mean I don't cry. That doesn't mean I don't get angry. But I'll tell you what, I've been a lot more peaceful and a lot happier instead of this constant push and this constant panic, which is fear. That fear, get out of that fear. God and the universe and Spirit does not want fear for us. So acknowledgement of your emotions is awesome. It's that trigger that then starts the healing process. And sometimes it's okay just to be who you are and what you are experiencing at that moment. The biggest thing is don't let it affect somebody else. Don't take all that out on somebody else. Process it, breathe through it, meditate through it, pray through it, journal it, do all the things that we've been told to do in therapy and move on. So I don't know what my videos will be from now on. Does anybody else have anything they want me to talk about? Maybe I'll just continue to do some more meditation stuff, but my class is over at church, and I'm so extremely grateful to be able to have made the time to do it, made the decision to make the time to do this class and commit to it. I've been to every class, 10 weeks. So thank you, God. Thank you, universe. Thank you all to you for listening. Have a great evening.